Alright guys, welcome back. Another episode of DTR. Today, I'm alone. Ash has left me. It's sad. It's not much of a fun one, it's more or less some maintenance. Head gasket's leaking, car's misfiring, bunch of stuff. It's a 2010 Subaru Impreza hatch. The engine's gotta come out. We're gonna be doing head gaskets, timing, water pump, valve, gasket, every single thing that the master gasket set comes with. For starters, I know there is a service position for these hoods, but due to the low ceiling in the garage door, when it's in that point and the car is lifted up, the door is gonna hit it. Oh, perfect, a set of hands. Now we can take the hood off. Whoa! Alright, now that the hood is off, let me explain to you here exactly what's going to come apart. So of course, battery comes out, you got to drain coolant, you got to drain oil, the snorkel's got to come off, the whole intake has to come off, obviously your fuel lines, any connections. We're trying to avoid having to top the AC back up. What you can do is just plop this guy off, flip it over to the side where the battery is, and then you can pull the engine out no problem. And then you got the big bulkhead wiring harness just down here. This guy right here, you just disconnect that, do a little update on where I'm at, and hopefully a little time lapse will show you exactly what's going on here. Let's get to it. The main bulkhead harness is disconnected. You just kind of tuck it away to the side here like so. The actual intake system on the top is disconnected. I just went ahead and took the alternator and the compressor out. I plopped the compressor over to the side mostly because AC still works in this car and I don't feel like draining it and refilling it. It is a little finicky when pulling the engine, but that's so you get a second set of eyes and then have them hold it to the side. So pretty much you get the serpentine belt off and then you get the drive belt for the AC on itself. That is a stretch belt. So when doing this, if you can, get it off. If not, cut it and replace it. On the older models, they have their own tensioner on it. Fuel lines are disconnected right here. And then you plop those over to the side. I have this one tucked under. The feed is tucked under. The return is tucked here. You get your vacuum line for the brake booster. Just tuck it off to the side. And then you got the starter down here. So the starter usually, it's the two 14 long bolts that go through the bell housing that bolt into the engine. And then there is a connector for signal and then a power wire, which is behind this little boot right here. You plop that off and surprise, usually it's a 12. There is a transmission fluid leak coming from one of the transcooler lines that's kind of going all over the rack here. And there is a power steering leak. Could just be a rotten line or well, we'll find out. Gonna start taking the oil out. I'm about to drain the coolant, make life a little bit easier. I'm just gonna take the headers off now. You got the 3 bolts going to the cat back, and then you got 3 bolts on each side of the headers here. If you see here, there's 1, 2, and then just in between there on the other side, there's the 3rd, and it's flipped on the other side.
Later.
All right. All right. So someone decided to start without me. So now we're picking up from where he left off, which he left off with the intake manifold on, so that's out. Engine is ready to pull. We already separated the tranny emission from the engine. I'm getting some PTSD here. I think it's a little too warm to be working on this thing, but it reminds me of Osberg's car. What do you want to say before you dig in?
It's gonna be fun.
Transmission, engine, wiring, everything else. Was it fun? I'll take that as a yes.
It's about the same weather, almost. It was a little colder back then.
Yeah, it's about the same. So yeah, I guess engine is coming out right now. This is kind of bad. I doubt you would have been able to see that while it was in the car, but that's not good at all.
Well, I know this side I could see. That I didn't see.
Yeah, this is really bad. Subaru problems. It looks fine to me, man. You got another 10 kilometers out of this motor. That ain't going nowhere. No way.
I was supposed to be like, this ain't coming out. Came out. I need to support it a little bit.
Yeah, maybe this isn't a tutorial anymore.
I don't have the tool.
Bro, what even is that?
Made in the 1900s.
Bro, that's an ancient relic right there. That's not gonna work, is it? I don't know.
You know how you can make it work? It's just like right through the cover.
That's the first thing I noticed. It wasn't even close to it. It was like fully extended out.
Eventually.
Perfect! Look, so we got it out.
No questions asked. It came out in one piece.
Front pan the camera right down.
Uses 1/2 inch to take these off. That's crazy. Well, every time I've used 3/8 in the past, they don't like it. No way, it came off. I think I'm speaking too soon. Dude, why you gotta get up close and personal? Oh no.
Oh! That's the money shot right there. Oh my
exploded.
god.
Oh.
Bro, come on.
Don't forget that one.
We don't talk about that one. Haha, loser!
Oh, no way.
Just in case the kit's lying. I'm gonna shove this back in there so I can spin the engine. Then we'll take it apart once it's TDC. You see here, this guy's lined up. This guy's lined up. This guy's just a smidge, looks like a tooth off.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good, no cracks, nothing like that. You know, it's belting, you know, built. It held the engine pretty good.
Not on the new engine stand.
How am I supposed to return it now? So now it's the fun part, and it's taking these valve cover bolts out.
You need heat for that?
The bottom ones. They usually seize, they corrode to the valve cover. Look at all that. We gotta clean all these little bastards up.
Yeah.
So before these go back in, unless you're replacing them, clean them. And there should be 5 on this side, plus 1.
So there's 6 on this side, not 5.
We do white
Ta-da! Why does it smell like the car was running? And I'm like, oh right. Ah, it's hot! Ah!
I think that's you that's smoking.
Ah, it's hot! Not bad, right? So usually you just crack each one loose from centered, outside, and then crisscross. And then you slowly will crack each one until they're all about even, and then they're like hand loose. And then at this point, then you could just all day, non-stop pain. Even right now.
It was really good.
It was really good. All right, I need someone to put the head down.
I was really.
Good.
Ooh.
Oh my god, why does it smell like that? Well, no wonder why. Subarus.
Super owners, man. All right, let's look at the non-contaminated cylinder. How's that looking?
Actually, pretty good. I mean, I don't want to move the pistons right now with the dirt
Yeah,
in
with
there,
everything
but
in there. See, good thing we got the pan on time, right? I thought you drained this thing. All right, well, both heads are out. See. But we got some stuff to clean. Oil pan is out.
Relaying the engine is going to be a bit more fun.
And there's no RTV in this oil pickup because it's not that kind of a Subaru.
It's not a BRZ.
Looking
Yeah, we just got
pretty
the
good.
block back, fresh from the machine shop, as you can tell.
Same night machine shop right here.
Oh, it like just barely fits. There's a total of 6 water pump bolts. And the biggest thing is this little gasket right here, because it's so new, it pushes really hard against the actual pump, so sometimes these bolts are a little harder to line up. We're at the point where you're going to start changing some cam seals. So there's one on each head. You just got to pop off the 17 mil bolt that holds that pulley onto it. There's different types of techniques on how to pull these out. We're going to use the old school method where you put a little bit of a screw in there and then you pop her out. Old school method always works.
Brendan got one of the heads on, torqued that to spec, so that's all good. Now we're just preparing the second one to go on.
The second one's coming back from the machine shop on its own.
And it's totally not being done here. While that gets prepared, I'm gonna be tackling the oil pan, just cleaning the surface. So just getting all this old RTV or whatever this is out of these little crevices. This is not the fun part, and look at the mess it's making. I was gonna clean this. Usually it sticks in with all the oil. Brendan, he hit it with some paint.
I mean, you can see all the pitting underneath, but otherwise, brand new. Need some head? sorry, I can't say it.
Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy.
So when torquing single overhead cam, it's quite a few steps. I'll show you here. That's your torque sequence there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. There's 6 head studs, or head bolts, sorry. You have to torque it all, so you gotta lubricate all the head bolts. No problem, you gotta lubricate the washers, no problem. Drop them in.
One pathetic sob story later.
It's a whole bunch of yapping just to get a motor to run maybe another 20 kilometers.
Subarus, what can I say? 135 Newton meters, holy shit!
Following these instructions. What are we setting the first one to?
29.5 foot-pounds. Should I go one more for extra measure?
Sure, why not?
My lovely 14 mil 12 point right here is half inch. So I have my half inch adapter. This race car. Step 4, tighten all bolts to 70.1 foot-pounds. Step 4, done. So now that we've tightened it and got through the first 4 steps, now we gotta undo what we just did because that's what Subaru wants. So now we're gonna reverse all bolts in reverse alphabetical order, 180 degrees. So here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here. F, E,
What?
DCBA? I don't know. If I were to get pulled over and they told me to do the alphabet on the side of the road backwards, I would fail. I'd just be like, nah, I can't do it.
I couldn't go back from
I
C.
couldn't do that sober. So 180 degrees. So we're gonna be slightly off-centered here once we crack this loose. So we're gonna go like this. 180 degrees. Complete 180 to about there. Okay, that's the first one.
Now you do to the rest. In
Now
the
you
order.
do,
We showed
exactly.
you the order. Why are you not using a breaker bar?
This is a breaker bar. So the next step is after loosening them all in reverse order, 180 degrees, you do it again. At this point, they're gonna be loose.
So in reverse order again?
Yeah. Now step number 6, tighten all bolts to 7.4 foot-pounds in alphabetical order. We're on step number 7, tighten them all to 22.1 foot-pounds in alphabetical order. Step number 8, torque to 44.2 foot-pounds. Alphabetical order, yeah. We all know.
All right, it's getting old. All right, time to click the next video.
We're on step number 9, that one. That one right there. So you want to tighten all bolts in alphabetical order, 80 to 90 degrees. I know some people have those fancy torque wrenches where they will tell you at what angle you start to what angle you end off.
We don't have it, so we're just gonna gauge it off of our eyes.
I like to try to get a solid straight so I know it's gonna end up.
Can you guess what we're doing on step 10?
I bet you could.
Tightening it in alphabetical order again.
Again, but this time not 90 degrees, but 45 degrees.
And then we scrap the motor, scrap it all. Just
We did all this work just for educational purposes for ourselves. This was just for fun.
yeah, we did this for y'all, so now time to get rid of the junk. All right, though, in all seriousness, this is what 45 degrees looks like, for those that don't know.
don't do this to me. I don't have my, what do you call that, a protractor?
Yeah,
I don't have it out here right
I
now.
left it in my grade 4 classroom. That was actually 50 degrees.
Shut the...
You get an F minus.
Now step 11. Do the same thing again. Another 45 degrees just on A and B, which is the 2 middle ones.
Nice. Wow. We got a couple things left to do in this motor. What else we got to do? Rear main seal.
Rear main seal. Got to change a few more gaskets, O-rings here and there, and obviously on the top side, all brand new gaskets.
All right, so quick distraction. Before we finalize anything with this motor, you actually got another Subaru motor that needs attention. This one's actually getting swapped into this Outback. This one's more urgent, so this is more ASAP. So we got to pull the motor out of this one and swap this one in there.
It's winter.
Oh, that's winter too. So we are crazy enough to do the swap in this weather. And it's snowing a lot tonight. So I don't know if you can kind of tell how much is snowing, but starting the swap at least in this weather. Also wanted to say shout out to Carcones because they were actually able to get us a low kilometer motor to swap into there with warranty. So not sponsored. We haven't been able to touch the Impreza in a little while because we've been focused on the Outback. A little update on the Outback. The new motor is in, right? Yeah. So yeah, we already did the swap. It's kind of annoying, this motor.
You need to give them some insight.
Motor was dead because one of the rings wasn't happy and chewed up the inside of the cylinder, so there was literally zero compression on one of the cylinders. And it's not your typical 4-cylinder Subaru motor, so it was actually really annoying. But like I said, that is not a part of this video, so we will not talk about that too much. So back at this Impreza motor, just kind of cleaning up any of the surfaces where we got like a valve cover gasket or the oil pan going on. So there's like some RTV. Oil pan has been cleaned.
So these, they go right here. Very common for them to leak. So I make sure they're nice and clean. I gave it that Haktua shine.
Okay. See how it is.
Go for it.
Torque to spec.
Oh, it's not even in focus. Oh, there you go. Ah, cross-threaded.
Scrap the motor. Wait, we were about to do that anyways. Oh.
Wow, the guy's cracking Subaru jokes because he thinks he's funny. There is a torque specification for this, and we will do that.
We will? Oh, sorry. Yeah, we will. Also, Brendan thinks he's a little sneaky. He slapped on the goddamn oil pan, but didn't show how he did it. And instead of using the gasket that came with the gasket kit, he used the RTV instead.
Because who uses a gasket on a Subaru oil pan? Especially when the holes aren't even stamped properly.
Torque to spec and clean to perfection.
Sorry, absolutely. That's what I meant.
What do we call this video? This isn't a tutorial. This is not even a walkthrough at this point. What even is this?
A journey on Subaru maintenance.
Do it how you want.
If you're doing this for a customer's car, absolutely not. Don't do this.
Yeah, of course.
This is a personal vehicle. I don't care about this vehicle. So you got your tensioner. You got the bolt, the washer goes in like this, and then boom. You got another washer, boom. And guess what? There's an O-ring. That's supposed to go there like so. Just like that. And that kind of goes like this right here, kind of like that, you know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, a little bit of
So we're just about to put the timing belt on the motor. You want to make sure that your motor is timed so the notch, not the arrow, lines up with this notch, the back of the timing cover. And then on this side, there's a little marker, it seems like, on the head. So you want to line the notch up.
Not the arrow.
And not the arrow. And then you want to make sure that the crank gear notch is lined up with that one there as well. Tensioner is on, but not tensioned. New pulleys are going on right now. All these come with new bolts.
No, these you get reused. This one sometimes comes with a new one. If it doesn't, you keep all the washers and the O-ring on the backside, but usually it comes with a new one. Now time to put the belt on. Ultra power!
Make sure you don't forget about any of the timing covers, because we forgot. Just make sure you put anything that needs to go behind the timing belt on before you put the timing belt on. Well, after some fighting, timing belt is on. This cam gear may fight you, so just be wary of that. Keep this marked with that. It may like literally go all over, but we held it down. Got timing belt all over. Where's the tension? What? Nah, put it back. Yeah, I hear that compression.
What compression is a Subaru?
Look at that, everything lines up there, lines up there. How confident are we?
100%.
Okay, let's go. So I like the gear.
See that there? See how it's nice and open? Yeah, we're gonna cut these flex pipes out. We're gonna weld in some pipe. So what's going on now?
no.
Let us know.
You know what? Actions speak louder than words.
Oh, wait. What's going on here? Wait, why are you pushing so hard? What are those? Did he miss?
It's a tally mark for the head gaskets. Victory at what cost? These are used blades, I gotta remember that. Insert clip here.
Is there any fucking teeth on here left? These are used blades. I gotta remember that.
Probably not that close, but we'll see.
It's a wee bit off.
That's no problem.
All right, well, we'll make it work.
Ash's turn to weld. Probably not look at it. Just going at it right there.
Not bad. Oh, where's your face? There's your face.
Not the worst. It's all sealed and won't leak anymore, right?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Yo! I have eyes, I can see. Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean anything. God damn it. Wait, where'd the other one go? It's under there. Give me the bottle.
Okay, no, actually, take it.
It's still.
Why are you throwing the ball stupid?
Isn't this exciting?
Very exciting.
Bro, I swear to God, it's like a fucking obstacle course. And the best part is, still gotta do the rear main seal.
I did this exact same thing in Car Mechanic 2018.
Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Why is your grip so tight?
As she said. Rear main seal, as you can see, it was leaking at one point. You can see it's all wet back here.
Look at that.
Look at that rear main seal right there.
It's all sweaty and wet. So you slowly work your way around. You don't have proper tools. So I don't know if anybody sees this, but there's no stud there. Unfortunately, the stud came out because the nut was seized onto that. Could not get it off. Axle's in. So the whole stud can't come out because the axle's in. So the stud is just pushed back. It's gonna be fun lining this up.
Nice.
Love it.
That's good? Yeah, I keep going down.
You good?
Yep. Keep it going. Keep it going. Stupid conditions we work in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, transmission went up. Okay.
If we can try to line this up on the dowels.
Okay, I think that's exactly where it needs to be.
What I'm doing at this given moment in time is I am lining up the torque converter bolts. Get a 22, crank it over until you can see it right there. So if this is lined up and the torque converter is not, you can actually use your finger and move it. Right now I already have one bolt in, so that's why it's lined up, but you can use your finger to move the torque converter if it needs to line up. So you get all four in first, hand tight, and then you can snug them up. Sometimes you'll snug one up and then the rest are not lined up.
All right, now that we got the motor in, we're gonna clean up and then call it for tonight. So tomorrow we're gonna pick back up and put together whatever needs to be connected, and then we get to go for the first drive.
I got the manifold on, got the new gaskets on. Obviously the engine needs a nice degreasing, but we'll be doing that once everything's back together. Some may have a different opinion on that, but that is just the way I like to do it. We're almost ready for startup. It would just need oil, coolant, power steering, and a couple more things to be buttoned up, and then that's it.
No check engine light, Seems like it's idling fine. It's a little smoky, which makes sense because, like, you know,
Dirty hands are all over it, so.
yeah. So yeah, it's running pretty good, to be honest with you. And then we go for a drive right now and see how it performs, and yeah, that should be about it. EJ253 maintenance, timing belt, head gasket done. Hopefully this helps someone. I don't know if this is a very helpful video, but
It's more of like a come on a journey with us.
yeah, pretty
Not
much.
so much a how-to. It's half and half. As
It might give someone some guidance.
some of
So
the Filipinos say, it's a 50-50. Oh, it drives way better than it did.
2,000 years later.
It's been about a month, give or take, since we've done the maintenance. Car's been running great, better on gas. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if this video helped you out. And we'll see you, I guess, in the next one.